we continue to the next example of linear operator. Suppose we define a linear operator from R3 to R3. R3 is a third dimension, that is dimension 3. It is a nonlinear space over the vector space F. Over the vector space F is R. So T is a mapping from R3 to R3. Now we define a linear operator from R3 to R3. So we already know what is the cross product. So first of all, we fixed an element. Suppose let A is a fixed element of R3. A is a fixed element of R3. That implies that A has a, suppose if it is equal to vector, so that it has a three components, A1, A2, A3. So if you choose any x belongs to R3, now we define a linear operator T of x, that x is also vector, that T of x it is equal to x vector cross A vector. Then it is a linear operator and its representation by a matrix or determinant representative, it is equal to, we already know, it is I cap, J cap, K cap, and what is the component of x? If we choose the component x is equal to x1, x2, x3, then it is equal to x1, x2, x3, and now it is equal to a1, a2, a3. So it is very obvious it is a linear transformation, because if you choose any x and y cap, then it is equal to nothing but it is equal to x into y cross a vector. Now it is equal to x cross a plus y cross a cap. So it is equal to t of x plus t of y. Next, if you choose any constant, suppose alpha is a constant, so take that product alpha into the vector, then it is equal to alpha into x cross a, and now it is equal to simply alpha is outside the cross product, so it is equal to a cross a. Now x cross a, it is equal to t of, it is equal to alpha into t of x. So t is a linear operator from R3 to R3. Next, if you replace that cross product by dot product, then it is also linear operator, but the difference is domain is same, but the codomain it is equal to real number, because if you choose the cross product, then it is also is in R3, but if you replace that cross by dot, then it is an element of real number. So that is the difference. So it is a linear operator, and what is the norm? If you choose any norm, because you know that it is a fundamental vector space, so all the norm are equivalent. So choose any one norm. So because it is a norm independent, so it is a linear operator. Now we use the dot product. So dot product, so first of all let T is a mapping from R3 to R. Similarly F is equal to R. So domain is what is the dimension of domain? It is equal to third dimension, and what is the dimension of codomain? It is equal to one dimension vector space. So first of all we fixed an element A is equal to A1, A2, A3 is in R3, and we define a mapping T of x. What is x? X is equal to nothing but same as x is equal to x1, x2, x3 is in R3, and T of x it is equal to just simply dot product of x into a. So what is the dot product? Dot product is equal to x1 a1 plus x2 a2 plus x3 a3. So it is the dot product. Then similarly it is that proof is very similar. T is linear because T of x plus y, if we choose T of x plus y, so it is equal to x plus y vector into dot a. So that is nothing but it is a distributive. So x dot a plus y dot a. So it is equal to T of x plus T of y. So again, if you choose T of alpha x, then it is also alpha into T of x. So it is also very obvious. So it is an example of a linear operator from one dimension vector space to two different dimensions. Domain dimension is 3, codomain dimension is 1. So two different dimension is there. So it is an example of a linear operator. Next, an important question is if it is given that suppose T is a mapping from n dimension vector space to m dimension vector space. So now the question is, so T is any mapping Rn to Rn. It is possible to find any linear transformation. The question is, it is possible to find, or it is easy to find a linear transformation from a dimension n to dimension n. It's how to write or how to calculate or how in which way we find that linear transformation Rn to Rn. It is very easy. Only one trick is there. First of all, we choose a matrix A. It is equal to Aij. Obviously, it is a real matrix because domain and codomain, it is X and it is Y. Both are real. Both are nonlinear space over the field R. And if it is equal to R, now it is equal to n cross n matrix. Choose a matrix A of n number of row and n number of column. Then the construction of that linear operator, if you choose any x belongs to Rn, choose any x belongs to Rn, that means that x, it has a column vector. So it is equal to x1, x2 up to xn. So it is equal to n cross 1. So x is in n cross 1. So what is Tx? And Tx belongs to Rn. So ultimately that the resultant it is going to the vector of the coordinate m number of coordinates. So how to write in that t of x, it is equal to, we write a into x. What is a? A is equal to n cross n vector. And what is x? X is equal to n cross 1 vector. So we cancel out that first of all the column of a matrix and row of x matrix. So ultimately Ax, it is a matrix of n cross 1. So it is a mapping. It is guaranteed because it is a n cross 1 matrix. So it is belongs to Rn. So it is a mapping, it is guaranteed. Now to show that it is a linear operator. Rn and Rn both are nonlinear space, it is obvious. So to show that it is linear, so we choose x and y, the two elements of Rn. X and y, two elements of Rn. Then we know the matrix multiplication is linear. So A into x plus y. And what is A matrix? A is equal to m cross n matrix and x plus y is equal to n cross 1 matrix. It is, and the product is very easy. It is equal to ultimately m cross 1 plus a into y. It is also m cross 1 and nothing but it is equal to t of x into t of y. Similarly, if you choose any constant from f, and now what is f? F is equal to 1, then t of alpha x, it is equal to, obvious because alpha is outside each of element of the matrix because it is a matrix. So it is equal to, first of all we write a into x. Next it is equal to a into alpha ax. Now it is equal to a into alpha into t of x. So it is linear. So T is a linear mapping. Together is defined over nonlinear space. So it is a linear operator. So it is an example of a linear operator for two different dimensions. One is m dimension, another is one is n dimension, another is m dimension. So one trick is there. If you write or choose any matrix of m cross n, then we can easily find a linear transformation T of x, which is equal to a of x. If we replace that real number by a complex number, suppose T is a mapping from one complex number to another complex number. So suppose T is a mapping from one complex number Cn to Cn. Then what is the matrix? Then the matrix we choose A of ij, same matrix. And what is the order? Order is equal to n cross n. So one thing is different, that element is not necessarily real number. It is maybe real number, may not be real number, because it is complex number also. In general, it is a complex number. But if you choose real number, so it is possible, because each real number is an element of a complex number, because we know that. And in that case, each element of Aij, it is in R. So that is the difference. Then the linear operator is defined. P of x, it is equal to A into x. That same linear transformation is there. So it is also linear transformation. The proof is same. So we can ignore that proof, and that's all.